Hi and welcome back to another Pixelcave video. Today we take a closer look at the headhunting event introduced with the second chapter of Age of Sorcery. Please note that this content is exclusive to chapter 2 and will be removed with the next chapter, but more on that later. So, in short, Khitan Exiled have set up temporary camps in the Exile lands as well as on the Isle of Siptah. These small NPC camps serve as event hubs where you can complete several new related activities in exchange for Obolus, a new event currency. In addition to that, each camp hosts traders where you can spend the new Obolus currency. Here are all the camps that we have found in the Exile lands and on Siptah so far. There might be a few we haven't seen yet, so do let us know in the comments if you do. Without digging deep into the lore, Khitan Exiled are followers of a once powerful sorcerer, now exiled, who is looking for ways to harness the newfound dark magic that's spreading across the lands. There are multiple things you can spend your Obolus on, and will provide examples for all types, but in short, you can use them to buy named Thralls, legendary weapons and tools, supply resources, as well as a unique armor set for the new chapter. That's pretty much a rough outline of the headhunting mini-event, so let's dig a little bit more into the details, starting with the activities that are available in these camps. There are 3 types of activities that can be completed in the camps. Returning the skull of any sorcerer you have killed, any tier. The skull can be found in the dead sorcerer's inventory once defeated. By interacting with this altar in any camp, you receive some Obolus as well as some resources. It's cool to see the skull stacking up visually as well. Expect between 3 to 5 Obolus per skull, and we'll show you a table shortly. Returning unconscious sorcerers for imprisonment. Instead of killing them, knock them out and drag them to the closest camp to claim a few more Obolus. You can bring sorcerers of any tier, there is no difference reward-wise though. Once delivered, this will also visually fill up the cages. Expect between 8 to 12 Obolus by doing this. Returning the skull of a very powerful sorcerer. This provides the most Obolus and works in the same way as returning regular skulls at the altar. Expect around 15 to 22 Obolus per skull. While the reward is enhanced for this activity, it does not feel as efficient as just hunting down regular sorcerers. The powerful sorcerers are also linked to the new Witch Hunt encounters and give you 1 Magi skull to deliver at a camp. However, there are only a few such encounters, so while it makes sense to do them if nearby, you can likely do better by farming regular sorcerers. On that topic, we have created a separate video on the Witch Hunt mini-events, which explains how they work, and we show you all the locations that we have found in both the Exile lands and on the Isle of Siptah. Back to the rewards. Here's a quick table based on our observations. All 3 activities provide some interesting resources, as well as the new currency called Ancient Obolus. It is important to note that Obolus are chapter exclusive, but more on that in a second. While there is always a chance that this might get tweaked, what you see here is what we observed on test live just before the update was pushed to live. As mentioned earlier, there are merchants in almost all the Khitan Exiled camps that offer some interesting goods, and it is now time for a few examples of what you can buy. Though before we do so, do note that these are all temporary camps that will be removed at the end of chapter 2. What does that mean for your Obolus, you might ask? When it comes to the new currency, all you gather during a chapter is linked exclusively to that chapter. Meaning when a new chapter starts, everyone's Obolus will expire, so make sure to spend them before that. Then for the next chapter you can expect to be able to collect Obolus again through new activities, though that's then exclusive to that chapter and its rewards. It's not confirmed if all future chapters and ages will feature Obolus, but many might. If they do, they are all likely to be for rewards exclusive to that chapter and age. that be through pop-up camps or some similar approach. Now to the rewards. Is it worth it? Well, that will always be subjective, but let's take a closer look. With just a few exceptions, camps have traders selling supply materials for 5 Obolus each. These give us quite a few decent resources. Well, at least it easily compensates for time spent hunting sorcerers versus grinding for them the normal way. Similarly, almost all camps have slave traders who offer converted named fighters as well as workers. There's a pool of 10 in total, 4 fighters and 6 workers, but which one you get is random. This is by far one of the easiest ways to securing yourself a few named Thralls or a good fighter. These cost 50 Obolus each. Select camps also give you the opportunity to buy existing legendary weapons. Again, it's a set pool of 10 items for sale, but in this case a specific camp and trader always sells the same weapons. So for instance, at Skulker's End you will always be able to buy the Frostshot bow. All weapons are 15 Obolus, and we might do a separate video giving an overview of which item can be found in which camp. And that's not the end. There's also traders in 4 camps who each sell one of the Black Blood harvesting tools. The Black Blood skinning knife, hatchet, pick and sickle can be bought for 15 Obolus each. And that's an awesome and almost too easy way to secure these. Finally, the potentially most interesting reward for this chapter is the Mad Prophet armor set. It might not be to everyone's taste, though it's the only new item in this new chapter. It's literally not that epic on its own, as we could not find the epic version for sale, at least on Test Live, just the regular version. However, it's perfect to use with the illusion system. Since the epic version exists in the admin spawn table, there might even be the possibility to gain the knowledge for this armor set in the future. Finally, as mentioned, we have created a separate video on the Witch Hunt event, so why not prepare yourself and watch that one next. We not only show you the event mechanics, but as well all the locations we have found in the Exile lands as well on the Isle of Siptah. If you found our video helpful, you can find a lot more content on our channel. We also appreciate a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe and even hit that bell for future updates.